So I also wanted to show you guys I'm finally getting an oil change in this thing. I've been dumping so much oil in it, but I need to take everything out. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get to the filter because I usually get it from the top, but I guess I'll just bring it down. It's just no good way of doing it, and I hate that. I might actually take this panel off because this ends up getting oil on it anyways, and I'd rather just not have the mess if I don't have to. I just don't know of any good way of doing this, so hopefully I can get it without making a mess here, but this should be a little bit easier now that I have this. And I can just drain directly into that. This is from Harbor Freight, so let's see if it leaks or not. We'll find out. Hopefully it doesn't, as this just sits down on. It has like a little lip inside of it, so I'm hoping it drains properly. If not, then that could be an issue.
I know it's only in my head sometimes when you say to me that I'm not good enough. My mind's like a freak show. I know it's only...
All right, guys, jumping back into it here. Don't mind the dresses there. We're having a yard sale on Saturday. I'm getting ready to leave for H2O here, so I got to bring stuff up. My wife still has all of her dresses along with her sister's dresses from when they were in school. I didn't realize they had problems. So my wife was raised like Catholic. She went to Catholic school from K through the time she graduated. It's a school called DeLone Catholic in, I think it's Hanover. I didn't realize they had like regular problems. That shows how little I know. I didn't know they did the same thing as us. I didn't think that was a thing for them. I thought that was a public school thing. So apparently it is. We got to get rid of all this. But the real reason is I wanted to talk to you guys about all these parts I just got in for the wife's car. This is almost $1,000 in parts. Let that sink in. This is $1,000 in parts. There's a center console there, which isn't even mine, so we can't count that. But then we've got, I think this is the front Targa seal. This is the driver's door. Which side is this one? Does it say on it? No. I have to figure out when I put them on. We got the front, we got the right and left door seals, and then we've got the rear seal for the Targa also, or sport roof. So what I mean by that is it's easier just to open the door up. Again, I'm trying to get ready for H2O here, but this seal here on the wife's car is okay. Even mine's starting to weather a little bit. So I'm replacing that on both sides. And then this seal here that goes up and it runs the whole way over down the other side, replacing that. And then this seal here, it also runs up and over the whole way other side, comes down here, stops here. I have them and they seemed okay, but I've got everything apart, and to get these things in and out, not fun. So I'm gonna keep the old seals as they're good. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm gonna oil them up and store them in the basement just in case, but I figured if I can buy them new and we're at this point, might as well do it. Let's just go ahead and be done. The other seal I need to get for her, same with mine. This one here is starting to get chewed up, and that's from dragging your foot in and out. I bought it this way, to be honest. It's just people being lazy and dragging their feet in and out of the car. Same thing here, why this is worn. Same thing here, when people roll in and out of the car, that's why I always put my hand here and then roll in with my hands so I'm not rolling in over the leather. But yeah, I digress. Again, these panels are looking awesome. Love this setup. But yeah, just getting ready for H2O. Trying to do the last little bits here. Looks like it's a giant shit show. So we'll see. I'm staying up on like 90 something street, and I'm not sure the exact one, but it's going to be interesting. All right, so we got Colton helping me now because we're going to H2O. Well, before we do this, let's show them the brake lights real quick. Just hit the brake there. See if I can show this. See how my light kind of goes and derps and brr. The light all works, but the actual glue that held the old school LEDs in from the early 90s, this is factory by the way, just started to fail. Like the glue that held them up is starting to fail. If you look here, you can see the light all works, it's just drooping, but we can't have that for H2O because they'll probably pull me over for it. So we're gonna replace it. So this always sucks. If you just grab that corner there, he knows how to do this now because the first time I did it, he's like, Jesus, and you just, hold on, yank. You gotta hold it up because you gotta put some serious force on it. Yep. There we go. Yep. Yep, there you go. You just got to be careful with it. Now, you got two long studs here. You can see them right here and here, and here's your wiring for it. So you got a stud here and a stud here. This one looks like it. Well, that one's fucking broken, so that's sweet. So when we take this out, that should be interesting. But let's go ahead and pull this out and pull it out. Okay guys, so we got the rear brake light out and we found that it was just split, and that's why the light was trailing off to one side. The light, it's LED, so either works or doesn't work, right? And I thought maybe a few of the little LED strips in there were out. Well, I was wrong. It turns out, and it still looks like it's a little bit sticky there in the bottom, that this was completely split. These clips go in the back of this, and when they put it back on, when the body shop worked on, they cranked it too hard, and it literally pulled this apart. So yeah, so I'm gonna put this back in. It doesn't need to be that tight. Like, they went overboard with it. I don't know why they did, but they did. So I glued it back together here, used some Gorilla Glue. Again, if it didn't work, I didn't care. I got another brand new one over here, but we glued it together, put it back on, and it looks perfect. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit more, put it back in the car, and I should be fine. So that means I can put my wife's brand new one back on, because hers is actually gone. Like, hers doesn't work at all. I have it in the basement. I wanna see why it's not working, because this thing's like 250 bucks. It's no joke. So I am happy about that. Again, guys, check your seals on this, and if you have to, just glue it. It should be fine. All right, so Colton here is gonna crack open my fuel fitting. I've been running the same fuel line, same filter for about the last year or so, running like 100% E85 all the time. I just put 93 in the other day, and the tank's pretty low, so it is still gonna run some fuel out. So we've got my pan under it here. We're gonna crack the bottom one first, and then we're gonna crack the top, and then let some of this fuel out. So go ahead and crack that one there. Make sure, I'm not sure how tight it is, but we'll see here. It's switching the top one, so you need the adjustable to hold the bottom half. So get it around that piece there. You might have to adjust it there. Got it?
Yep.
Now fuel's gonna come out, so don't be scared. Here she comes. Go ahead and pull it back. Should just pull back. Yep, told you. Don't be afraid. It'll be all right. A little bit of fuel won't hurt nobody. Right there, you're fine. Just let go of it. It's not gonna hurt it. It's fuel.
Well, I don't want it to drip on the floor.
It'll be all right. So let her run out here for a second, then we'll do the top one next. Always do the bottom one first, because you're always gonna get fuel from the top and the bottom, but at least the top one, we shouldn't get anything all over our hands like he just did. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. All right, go ahead. All right, so we're doing the top one now. Oh, look, that one didn't crack, the other one loose, perfect. So be careful, you get fuel into your head there. Don't let it drip in your eye. Don't need that. And sorry for like what looks like waviness right now. I'm using this LED light to shine on this. So again, they might still have a little bit of fuel residue in it, so we're gonna be careful here. That should be good. You should be able to pull it straight off and just let it sit down then. It won't hurt nothing. And there we go. So now what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna take these two little brackets off here. We got two nuts here, 1 and 2, and then we'll pull this straight off. This radium fuel filter, I really, really like this setup.
Wrong side.
Is it American? Is it too small or too big?
Big.
Really? And like I said there, guys, we just gotta take these two brackets off. Thank you again, Colton, for all your sweet, sweet help, buddy.
Oh, no problem.
Watch it, that fuel filter slide out, stop there. Now, told you it'll slide right out now, yep. Now you sit, watch it. Make sure you get the last bit out. And bring it here over the table. Actually, you got a mat right here. Well, I'll just sit on the metal. It'll probably turn that mat to a different color for all I know. So there we go. That's it, guys. That is the fuel filter itself. It's actually quite, look, you see in my hand, it's a lot bigger than most of the ones out there, like the Aeromotive one. This is literally double the size of the Aeromotive one. So let's crack this bad boy open. All right, guys, so got 1320 behind me here, but here's our fuel filter, and this is after running an entire year of ED5. Nothing. Like, literally nothing. Like, I've seen where these congeal and they look like shit. This is a year of it, and thousands of miles, nothing. I mean, literally nothing. I don't know where these guys are getting the shit. I don't know what they're doing that's congealing or their problems are having, but I'm not getting it. I don't get it, man. I don't know what I'm doing different, but definitely not having the problems they are. These radium fuel filters, I highly recommend them. No, I'm not sponsored by them either. I wish I was. They're really, really, really fucking nice. The filters are massive in them compared to Aeromotive. It's literally twice the size of my old Aeromotive one I had, which I like. Have obviously more surface area, the better it flows. You don't have any restrictions. So what you can do, I want to believe, please don't quote me on this. I think everyone uses a brake cleaner on these, but I'm gonna look it up here. So give me a second to look it up and then I'll share the info with you. Okay guys, so carb cleaner is actually what they recommend. Should we come this way? It's probably not working too well. There, it's in my eyes, I don't even care. So carb cleaner is what they recommend for stainless steel filters. They said brake cleaner works too, but this apparently works a lot better. I guess this stuff must be pretty pretty serious. So they said using this and just spray inside and then keep working yourself around. That doesn't work, I don't know what will. I soak that thing. I've never found a use for this till right now. I know I've had this can for a couple of years. Forget what we bought it for. There was something we were doing and they told you, do not use this. And we're like, good thing we didn't use it. You know what it was? Oh, was that throttle body? I think it was our throttle body. They cleaned something off and they said, do not use carb cleaner, like destroy it or something. And I'm like, damn, I'm glad I didn't do that now. But I mean, can you even get that? Can you get the light? I mean, if you guys look at this, I mean, I didn't even need, I should have showed you before, but I mean, it looks like it's brand new. It doesn't look like it's ever seen any fuel or debris. Either my fuel locally is very clean and we don't have problems, but I don't know. Even the logo's not messed up. I love that it has the part numbers on it right like that too. Radium stuff is so nice. But all right, let's go back inside and reinstall this. Working on my wife's engine today here. I just took out these sweet titanium bolts that hold down the actual valve cover, or sorry, valve cover, the actual cam covers here and the spark plug cover. Titanium. I'll link down below where you can get this. Fair Boost Performance sells these. I'm not sure how much they still have left in stock. Old COVID has messed up supply, shipping and stuff. So hopefully we can get that resolved and he can get that to you guys ASAP. But the reason I got the cover off is I need to put these hoses on. So unlike my OCD Works covers, these factory ones have these crossover tubes. This is to help to pressurize the system equally. There's two different part numbers for this. So let me get it out here. Here's your first part number. This is for the small hose, which goes up front, and then there's a big hose in the back. So 12, 264, 46, 010. And then this one here is 12, 263, 46, 010. So slightly different part numbers there, but this one is slightly bigger. So yes, they are different part numbers. So I want you guys to recognize that. One in the front, one in the back. My understanding is too, you don't clamp them down, you just slip them on, they just stay like that. Little weird, I guess I'm not used to that, but hey, if it works, it works. So let's go ahead and put these on. All right, so here are the hoses on. One thing I noticed, they are not like a normal black color. They are like a grayish color almost. I'm not sure, and then the inside, oh, it's almost like it's double layered rubber. I'm not sure how to explain it. I don't know if these go bad. I've heard of these leaking in the past. Now that's kind of one of my fears. I don't want these leaking. I've never had a leaking issue on my car. I always put new seals on if I do take the valve covers off, unless I was servicing them all the time, then I could reuse them. But if it's been on like those ones there, when I go to take those off, they've been on for almost 3 years and I haven't removed them. When I go to remove them, I'm just going to put new seals on. It's not worth taking the chance of getting oil down your valley, causing a big mess. It's just easier to buy new seals. I've never had to buy these before, and these little guys are a little salty for what they are. I think they're like 15 bucks a piece, or $30 for two little baby hoses. Seems a bit absurd. You might be able to get it cheaper from like Advanced Auto or something, but I always try to buy the OEM stuff from Toyota because it seems to last a little bit longer. Same thing with the seals inside the valve covers here. But yeah, everything's looking good. You guys can see my cam gears again here. It's been a while. These are Cerakoted. They're supposed to be more like a gray. At Night Run Garage, they sent it like, hey, would you like us to redo them? They said they weren't happy with it. I think the blue's cool personally. That's my opinion, but hey, they didn't think it was the greatest. I think it looks really cool. Plus it gives it a coating. You can't see it anyways once I put the cover on. I always use a factory cover because I don't want to take any chances of debris getting down in here and causing me problems. So let's go ahead and bolt this back up and move on.